I'm going to be discussing something which not a lot of people talk about, but that thing is intellect. If you go by what I call intellect, I haven't Googled this or anything, but I think the definition of intellect is somebody who is an intellectual. An intellectual is a person who basically has a voice and has a good command and knowledge of what is going on around him and has that completion, a whole round circle in which he can assess any given scenario and weigh it on the basis and on the merit of his knowledge, which he may have gained via conversations, via circles of affluence, via reading books, primarily reading books. I don't think you can be an intellectual and get away with not reading. And now I want to come to the point of my discussion and my debate today with myself and with you guys. And that is, do we really have any intellects in India, or are they all just faffing? I'm not going to mug about much, but I think what I have noticed about my country is that a lot of people, including you, a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge about little things. But is there any true mastery or any true essence? Even your heroes, whom you call your heroes, there are a bunch of these motivational gurus and all that on YouTube. Even those people, when I really hear them, I think they are missing the point. I don't think they are truly intellectual, because I think what they are lacking is that individuality which is not based. For example, most people are like plants. They look towards the sun, they face towards the sun being the audience and the plant being you. Most people will change their perspective to better suit fitting into a social fabric. Most people will appreciate things a group appreciates because they are just hell-bent on being liked and understood and not wanting to stand out. Not wanting to stand out is not what an intellectual does. An intellectual actually goes to the root of the issue, takes a lot of pluses and minuses, good and bad from both sides, weighs it, reads about it, has compassion, is a good listener. And I don't think many people are actually intellectual. And is there a problem with that? Hell yes. There is a problem. How will you be a leader in your own sphere? How will you be a leader in your own life if you're not an intellectual? How will you be able to do what is right versus do what is convenient and acceptable, and possibly you doing your actions to fit in? So I think a lot of people have a lot of half knowledge. I repeat, a lot of people have a lot of half knowledge in India, but there are not enough people who can be genuinely called intellectual people or intellectuals. If I look around in my circle, I know a lot of guys, and every time I talk about speaking a book, they kind of make fun of me as if to say, "Oh my God, oh my God, now Kuwar, you are being very intellectual with us, man. Now Kamar, you're being very intellectual. Dude, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. You're too intellectual for me, man." They have this stupid spider web around them. I'm talking about people who are probably 50 times richer than I am, who probably have 20 cars, and they speak like this. So it is not about money. It is not about social recognition. It is not about fitting in. Being an intellectual at the depth of your heart would help you a lot. And a lot of people ask me how I would want to be or what advice I give to 18-year-olds, 25-year-olds, and I keep barking. I keep telling all of you to read books, and that is important, because otherwise you will be nothing but a puppeteering idiot. Look, buddy, sooner or later they will get you married. Sooner or later you will have kids. Sooner or later you will have to get a better job. Sooner or later you will have to get a job. Sooner or later you will have to get that degree. Whatever course life, your parents, the people around you, society is nurturing you through, is pushing you through, is cajoling you through, you will go through that rigmarole. As a sentient human being, it is critical that you read so that you get some figment of fiber in your diet, if all the time you're eating potatoes and chicken, if the only meal you consume are carbohydrates, if you're always having chola bhatura, how will you actually experience some fiber? Intellect is like a vegetable salad in your diet, and it's that important. It's like having water. That is what intellect is like. I don't understand why more people don't read. I don't understand why more people don't actually want to stand out. Why people are so scared of standing out, you know. And many people will say that this is probably because people don't read because A, they don't have the time, not just the inclination, but they don't have the time. But they feel हम गरीब है, हमको जॉब करना है, हम जॉब नहीं करेंगे तो हम कैसे खुद को ये पढ़ाएंगे सिखाएंगे, you know. That's what the excuses which I get from a lot of people. Other people say, you know what, I read a lot of articles, I read the newspaper. Shut the fuck up, dude. Stop lying to yourself, you cow. You know, stop lying to everything around you. It is very critical that our country gets more intellectuals. It is very critical. Do I know of any intellectuals? Yes, there is somebody who got me into reading. My best friend, he got me into reading. And I am so grateful to him, you know, because he completely changed my life. And it's sad, but not a lot of people read. And even those people who you consider intellectuals in your life are just faffing, brother. Is it an ego war I have with them? You can say it. I am nothing but an unapologetic individual who is completely unapologetic, whether he is inebriated, whether he is sober, whether he comes across as being a bit pompous. I probably am, buddy. I'm everything you think I am. But beyond that, I have the patience in me to sit in a fucking room and read a book. Do you have that? No, you don't. Do you have actual compassion for yourself, or you think you have compassion, or you think you like yourself? The problem is with you, not with society. Go and read a book. Now don't say, sir, kaun si book padhe, koi short book bata dijiye and all that. You're just an idiot if you're going to ask me such kind of dumb questions. I'm kind of irritated by society's incapacity to be gentle with their own selves and ingratiate knowledge. Even if you're a wanker who happens to think only non-fiction books are good, good for you, man. Peace.